As the elevation increases, it finds its way out this line right here, and he'll dig a trough out that way and have it brought over and take care of business.
Are you replacing it because the last one started failing, or is this because you have
The last one started failing in that sewer gases, there's always like 10 inches or 9 inches of, there's always some oxygen and gases between the top of the water and the bottom of the top of the tank. And so the sewer gases compromise the cement after a while. And I could see that it was compromised when we took the lid off, but I looked at it and went, wow, there's a lot of, probably, I don't know, probably half, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but the concrete for the lid is missing because it's just corroded off or deteriorated off and fallen into the bottom of the septic tank. So this is supposed to be the answer to having a problem, more of a problem-free.
You just show them the roots in that pipe.
Can you see them from this side?
Yeah, the ones up top.
Oh, up top.
Yeah, they're kind of more impressive.
So the leach-filled artery coming away from the old tank is right there. That's the line coming from the old tank, and that's going out to feed the leach field. And we had about 10-foot piece going that way from that, which puts it within about 20, 25 feet from the redwoods. And roots had grown down into the leach field area and had grown through the main and through. This is one of the sections of leach field pipe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you ought to frame that in the house or something.
Hang it up on the wall.
We were thinking about making a Christmas wreath out of it. I mean, look at that. And then over here, we're speculating that the roots continue through, and I think they grew through this. These are straighter roots than the other, and they don't have the hair roots that these other roots have, and then it's off that way. And so they're using the
Bridge just knocked Dave
the
over.
leach field as a transport way to grow up through, and then they go out the holes.
She probably smelled your fart
and grow into the
and
rock
decided to knock you over.
percolating area where all the moisture's at, because we've got clay that starts right here. You know, so the first 40 inches probably is dirt, and then it gets down to a clay base, and that's where the bottom of the leach field is. And so it always holds water there, so those roots are growing through there and just thriving, you know, loving life.
Wow.
In fact, these redwood trees that are lined up with the leach field are actually taller and healthier than the 4 trees that aren't being benefited by the leach field. Now the new system is pretty interesting because it doesn't have any pipes. They have a dome, and I can take you out and show it to you, but there's a dome that's 2 foot wide and 2 foot high that will be fed by the pipe, and that dome doesn't have pipe in it at all, and there's no gravel, there's no pipe. It's just a sturdy dome made of this same type of ABS type material, and as it percolates, it just he'll dig a grade away from the main, and it'll just trickle down through there. And so all the moisture. So the roots will probably be growing more on the bottom of the leach filled area, and they won't fill it up. They won't fill it up and cause it to clog because there's 2 foot of space there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, so you're going to completely abandon the lines out in the grass? Then?
Yeah, we had to because our moving the tank made grade. I mean, you can see if I line you up right there, which is about even with the center, the old leach filled pipe is about 3 inches higher than the new or 4-inch pipe that's coming out of this tank.
Yeah.
And we held the grade down there for the pipe coming in to minimum grade, 1/8 of an inch to the foot for 4-inch pipe. And so it's up as high as it can get, so we just couldn't get the tank high enough to be able to use the old stuff. And then when we took it out, we looked at it and we went, do we really want to use this old stuff anyway? I mean, sure, we can always dig it up later, but you know, we're here, so we're just gonna put in the new stuff.
Was your last tank plastic?
No, concrete. The whole thing is concrete.
Wow. And this one's already in use, right?
Yeah, it's filling up even as we speak. It's probably a third full right now from just, well, I put a hose down it for the first and filled it up about the first maybe 8 inches. And during the last 24 hours, it's filled up the rest. This is a 1,500 gallon tank. It's good for I don't know how many bathrooms, probably 5 or 6.
Wow.
This is about as big as they put them in residentially.
That's a pretty big project. I'm kind of surprised that you didn't hit like the water table. Is that just not?
Well, we debated whether we would or not, but from the observations I've made at this time of the year, out at the well, it tends to be 10 or 11 foot down this time of year.
Okay. Huh. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun little project too. Thing's huge. You sure you don't want to turn that into flower beds?
We can take these clips off and open it up, and we've got raised beds, 2 big long raised beds to work with. That or bury it in the ground and have a wading pool.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, I'm calling to have them talk, but we can do that later.
Oh, this is kind of catching up.
Yeah, you're catching me up. I just know that you're down in the hole, and I assume that you're making progress. So you've got Denton there. So
Yeah.
anyway, we can talk and chat more, but
Sounds good.
that's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see that. So
All right. Well, we'll talk to you soon.
okay, sounds good. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Geoff. Thanks. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's pretty high. It's about half of the bottom, so it's about a quarter filled. not all that much, I guess.
Yeah, what's the backup plan should it fill up overnight?
It'll just percolate down through the ground out here.
Yeah, I told Mom, or asked her if she had the bin toilet company on speed dial just in case.
I lose my phone. My hat.
Did you ever do a lot of septic tanks like this?
No. I don't. That's what I told Kelly, the Geico guy. I said, he's all, do you want to do this? You want to do that? D-boxes and all that. And I go, Kelly, this isn't what I do, man. You're gonna have to speak English to me to understand what you're talking about.
Well, Billy must have started his fire academy, right?
Yeah. Almost maybe 3 weeks ago now.
Oh,
Maybe 2.5 weeks ago. It's funny because I said, oh, you're 2 weeks into it, huh? And he goes, 3. I'm just starting my 3rd week. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Some people count it as they're done when they're starting it. Some people, you're done when you finish it.
yeah,
you know?
that's true. That's true. It's like, you know, I'm in my 29th year, or I'm 28 years old.
Well, actually, you're